Greetings. This is Dr. Edna Quintana Claus. I'm going to go ahead and be your instructor for this fall 2019 semester, and we're going to be going over business law, which is your BUSI 2301, if I'm not mistaken. What you're seeing right now on the screen is the information on how to get a hold of me. Even though I'm on the Harlingen campus, you can still get a hold of me via the office phone number that's here, but I'm going to be very honest with you. Don't call me. Why? I never look at the phone. It's very it's well, it's kind of big, but the thing is that the little um red light is just that. It's very little to let me know that there's a phone call there or a message for me. It's best for you to go ahead and email me at eclaus.tscc, I mean at tsc.edu, or to go ahead and contact me via this text number. Now, uh, in both instances, please make sure that you go ahead and put your name and your, of course, your the course number on it as well. The reason why is because I use this number for all my classes, and I need to know who it is, and so that I can make sure that I respond not only quickly but also with the right context. My office hours, unless you need to contact me beforehand, I'll also let you know what my office hours are going to be. But if you need to get a hold of me, um, uh, my office hours, my virtual office hours, are going to be on Sundays from 8 to 9 o'clock. And that's going to be via Google Hangouts. You can either chat or you can actually go ahead and decide to do the video portion and call me through there, or let me know that I need to call you, whichever the case may be. I have a video on how to do that as well, and I'll be placing it on here um, so that you can do that if you need to. Now, the first kind of thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you get your book, of course. You need to get your book, and then you need to make sure that you read this information that is here in Moodle, and of course that you go through the course syllabus. What you're going to need to do also before Wednesday is you're going to need to go over the syllabus as well, or look at this orientation video talking about the syllabus, um, so that I can mark you as a show or no show. Now, this is the way that I'm going to do it. This is my way of showing participation. So you need to acknowledge that you got an overview of the syllabus and what your responsibilities are. Then what you need to do is you need to start looking at telling me a little bit about yourself, putting this information, and yes, I grade everything on a rubric. I'll be giving that to you so you'll see how you're going to be graded on any assignment that I provide you. Okay? So this is what you're going to need to do at the beginning of the course. And then I'm going to let you know we're going to start right off, and it's going to be chapter 1, the introduction, and then the chapter 1. So to look at the video, or to look at the video, to look at the syllabus, this is your syllabus. It's here. Your learning outcomes that are there are ranking for the course grade, the course handbook if you need to look into it. Safety is, of course, our priority. I also have a portion on here that talks about safety, even though it is online. Um, this is the area for disability services that you need to call if you need to have any kind of accommodations made for you. Okay, so please make sure that you call one of them. The Waco campus is right here. Okay, so you need to go ahead and um, ask anything. If you're not on the Waco campus, then you can call whatever campus applies to you. We do have tutoring that you can go to and find out about this as well. The way to get to the Learning Resource Center is through this link that is there as well. And then this is a grading scheme that I have. All your assignments are worth 30%. Your discussions are worth 30%. We will have discussions. Your chapter exams, again, we're having a chapter exam over each one. Don't get bent out of shape. They're not that long. It's over mainly basic concepts, okay? And I do some true and false, but I mostly do a lot of, not true and false, multiple choice. I do a lot of essay. And the reason that I like to do essay is because if you know partially um, of the answer, and you can answer partially, then I can give you partial credit instead of you either know it or you don't. I never liked that when I was going to school, so I try not to do that to my students at all either. Um, There is also a final exam that I will be letting you know where it's going to be. Now, typically, I give my students a research paper. However, not research paper, excuse me, reflection paper. But since we're doing so many discussions, I may put a reflection discussion there instead. Yes, I do all kinds of stuff. So you're gonna have fun. And that's all about what this is about, right? Is learning and still having fun doing it. So that's what we're going to be doing. This is all the information that is here that is actually detailed for you, how we're going to do everything. Now, you're going to see that I have a lot of these here, the dates, which is throughout the week. I don't know what your schedule is. I don't know whether you're working. I don't know whether you can do this quickly or not. So what I do is I usually open up a module on Monday. Then I leave it open until the following Sunday. And all of your exams, discussions, assignments, whatever I've got on there for you, you have to go ahead and make sure that you complete it all by Sunday, the respective Sunday at 11:55. Now, one of the things also that I'll tell you, if you're having problems, if you're having life issues, contact me. Okay, contact me. Let me know that you're having some issues and you're going to need to have an extension or whatever. I'll determine whether or not I'll provide you the extension. Okay, but now I only bring this up because it has happened to me, and I've had experience with it. After grandma dies 5 times, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna excuse you anymore. Okay, so please let me know. I had one student tell me that on one email that she was going to a funeral, and it ended up that she went to a wedding. Um, this is not that big of a world anymore to where some way somehow we're not connected, that we know somebody that knows us, and we find out what we thought was kept hidden. So let's go ahead and be careful about that, okay? Um, you need to make sure that you participate by being prepared for getting all your stuff done. You need to communicate with me, as I just stated. You're either going to go ahead and communicate via the text or via the email. Yes, you can contact me via phone, leave a message. But again, like I said, unless I'm in my office and that rings, I don't get it. Um, well, it's not that I don't get it. I'll get it late, and I don't want you to be worried about me trying to get a hold of you, or get back to you. I try to respond within the 24 hours. Usually, it's a little bit sooner than that, but just in case, give me the 24 hours. The code of conduct will apply for this course as well that TCC has here. Cheating and copying, of course, will go ahead and earn both parties a 0. I say that because somebody cheated off of somebody else, didn't have the forethought to take off the other person's name from the header. So I knew where they had gotten it from for those. So those two people ended up with an F. Um, Again, you don't need to cheat. You just need to go ahead and contact me and let me know what's going on. Due dates are already set unless something happens and I change them. Um, you also need to make sure that you get into your emergency notification system to make sure that everything is there. We're getting into um, September, and usually most of the storms, hurricanes, because the water's still getting warm out there, go ahead and decide to come up. One thing that I'll tell you is that hurricane season is we're in hurricane season until November the 30th. I know, even after Thanksgiving, really. But remember, we also I live in South Texas, so all kinds of stuff can happen. While you might not get the brunt of a hurricane, you could get the other wonderful things, which are called the tornadoes that you don't want to have. So, aside from any kind of weird weather, you also need to keep in touch with the campus news, what's going on. Should there be a lockdown? Should there be an intruder? And in this time and days, we have to discuss that, and we have to make sure that we're prepared, so that you're contacted and you're told exactly what's going on. All right. Um, Tests are already set up. I may give a quiz, but if I give a quiz, I may or may not grade it, aside from our unit exams, only to find out where you guys are and if I need to reteach anything. Okay. Um, this is what I was talking about as far as establishing a classroom environment, even though it's online. On our discussions, we're going to be tolerant tolerant of each other. Since this is law, we may have different opinions, which is fine. Different interpretations, which is fine. However, we're not going to try to change anybody's opinion here. We're going to be very um, open. We're going to listen to each other. I may not change your mind. You may not change my mind, which is fine. But we're going to go ahead and agree to disagree. Um, the other thing also that I will not tolerate at all is any kind of derogatory comments based on um, race, ethnicity, class, gender, orientation, or nationality. Won't do it. Okay. We're going to be discussing things in a professional manner. We're going to learn about law, its origins, how it's applied today, how it's changed today than what our forefathers really thought it was what was going to happen because of the introduction of technology, how things are changing, how things are um, um, not only changing, but how the law is not keeping up with the changes that we need to at this present time. Um, with everything that's gone on in this past few weeks concerning the mass casualties that have happened at the Walmarts, then the good thing is on the flip side is how they've actually found people that were trying to do that only because we're being more conscious. We're actually being more of better Samaritans, and there is a Good Samaritan law that's out there as well. Um, the laws that we have that are changing, not only federal but state as well. And remember, no state law is actually enacted without having some kind of support from federal law. Okay, so again, this is what we're going to be doing. This is your introduction, little orientation video of what's going to be going on. I will post this, and I'm asking you guys to listen to it. Make sure that you also go back and that you um, state that you had a syllabus and that I showed you a little video about it. I explained it. Make sure that you do your classmates. And then guess what? Get ready to start chapter 1. All right. I'll see you guys on the flip side.